Tradition says that you're supposed to speak out, to fight back, to take revenge. But when we fail to do this, we suffer even more. And for us, it's just too much to handle, too much to let go all at once. This is what life is like without proper holistic healing practices for the mind. Our minds are so conditioned that the only way to feel better is if we do something just as bad to the other person. But we need other ways and better ways to heal, because traumas are very common. Most of the time, we're helpless. The good news is, there is a solution. There's one great benefit and necessity in suffering. That is spiritual growth. Nobody wants to undergo trauma. Nobody wants to admit that they carry a miserable past that ruined their childhood for almost a decade or longer. But remember, the only way to progress spiritually, the only way to grow the conscience, is to remove the conditioning that it carries. And that process is always painful. Any creature or soul with a conditioned mind, with ego, carries karma. And when we pay that karma, we do so through suffering. This is something we should be grateful for. The Buddha said that all pain comes from desire, and all happiness comes from serving others. For many lifetimes, we have put energy into motion by feeding desire, so that's why we feel the consequences of our previous actions. His Holiness the Dalai Lama interviewed a monk who was exiled from Tibet after the Chinese had invaded. This monk was imprisoned for 15 years and beaten and tortured. He went through the conflict and struggles of that time and place. The Dalai Lama asked, "What was your greatest danger when in prison?" And the monk's response was, "Losing my compassion for the Chinese." So you can imagine how devoted he was to maintaining upright view and love and compassion for others in such a treacherous time of his life. And somewhere in the interview, Dalai Lama said to the monk that it would have been easier to practice spirituality in that prison than to practice here at home at the meditation retreat. When I first began meditating on my youth trauma, after a few insights, my intuition told me through dream text, the consciousness needs something to feel. And Master Samael explained a similar thing. A mind that is at service of one's real being results in an effective instrument. The mind is made to be receptive, not as an active instrument. If someone hurts us, we must not permit the mind to react. Wish that there will always be someone who can hurt us in our feelings daily, so we can in that way train our mind better to be passive. The more insults we receive, the better for our training.